I'm Elisa Parker. It is the Wild and Scenic Film Festival. We are here at the Media Lounge based in Nevada City Winery. I want to thank the Nevada City Winery for hosting us again, and also to our amazing crew who's been joining us for years. I think we've been doing the Media Lounge for at least 16 or 17 years. It keeps on going. It's inspiring. I love hearing the stories, and that's really what it's about. And earlier, we kicked off the lounge and talking about legacy, interviewing John Muir's great-great-grandson. And so it seems quite appropriate that we're speaking with someone, Holden. His film's called Fight to Breathe, who's a fifth-generation Californian. And we were just talking off camera about some of the legacies and stories carried through your family in this state. And we are here in California. And so we're going to celebrate it and talk about what we love and why we need to protect it. So welcome, Holden. It's good to have you here with us.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, it's good to have you. So you live in the Bay Area.
I do, yeah. I'm a fifth-generation Bay Area native.
Okay, so Fight to Breathe. It's a short film that is depicting the area in Oakland, specifically near the ports.
Yeah.
Having lived near that area, I know where you're talking about. And you know, when we talk about looking in your own backyard and what's happening, there are families there who have been suffering from asthma, from the pollution. Can you tell us a little bit more about it and why it was so important for you to talk about this at this time?
Definitely, yeah. So I'd say one of the main reasons I made this film was because I had the knowledge of the issue that asthma is such a prevalent issue among young children, specifically in the Oakland area. And that's because of the large diesel corridor of the freeways that all converge in the middle of a residential neighborhood. So all of these kids are being exposed to in their schools and whenever there's outside to just lots and lots of diesel pollution from all of these idling trucks that are just sitting there with their engines on. So being someone who is from the Bay Area and who actually I did receive care at the hospital that I feature in my film, I had that connection and sense of almost like a moral duty to help the community that helped save me.
Do you have asthma as well?
No, I actually had brain surgery for brain cancer at the Children's Hospital that I feature in the film. So I almost view this as my way of giving back to the community that helped to save my life.
How did you first learn about this issue? It is quite prevalent. What is the percentage of children in that area that have asthma?
So it's 13 to 15% of children born from the ages of 8 to 13 have asthma. So it's a high percentage of kids that are being born with asthma, where it's a disproportionately high, I should say, portion of kids who have asthma. And I learned about this from, I did a lot of work on behalf of the hospital, speaking at various events and just getting more involved with the community after I received care there when I was a child. So the more involved I got in events for the hospital, the more aware I became of the issues facing the community that the hospital was located in. And one of those was the diesel pollution and asthma. So I became more aware and more cognizant of the fact that there were more kids that were being diagnosed with asthma in this particular part of the Bay Area.
Can you tell us about some of the individuals that you're featuring? I mean, one, it's shocking because it's a child's born with asthma. And the mother, how did you connect with them? And just if you can share some light on what's happening with them and how it's affecting them personally.
Definitely. So what I think is one of the most heartbreaking but also fascinating things is that what you see in the film, the asthma that you're seeing, it's environmentally caused. So when I spoke with the mom, the mother featured in the film, she told me that she was originally from Texas and had moved to Oakland 15 years prior, and that no one in her family, her including herself, had asthma before she moved to Oakland. And then after 5 years of living there, she developed asthma, and then she had her son Liam, who was born with asthma, and it was very, very impactful in his life. He almost passed away multiple times. He had to be resuscitated. I feature a soundbite in my film where she talks about how he almost died and how they had to resuscitate him because he could not breathe. So just really wanted to just spread that issue, spread the awareness about this issue of, we have this community that is being disproportionately impacted by diesel trucks, and not enough people are talking about it or even know about it.
Well, and part of your film and what you do feature is you do start talking to people about it and talking about the truck drivers, for example, and actually looking at solutions, which is a big part of Wild and Scenic. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, definitely. So when I was making the film, I it's easier to just tell a story that's, negative, doom and gloom. Like, here's this problem, and this is why it's bad. But that's not the impact that I wanted my film to have. So I did want to look beyond that, in terms of like what Wild and Scenic is like known for, in terms of looking for solutions. So that's how I found the activist Miss Margaret Gordon, who has worked so hard to really hold the polluters accountable and actually get the data in terms of how much pollution there is being released in the community. And then, like you mentioned, the truck driver getting to speak with what would be viewed as the other side, or essentially the antagonist to this story. And in speaking to them, it opened my eyes to the fact that they are aware. Not only are they aware of the issue of diesel pollution, but they also are taking steps to help try to reduce the impact that they are having, because they are aware of the impact that diesel pollution has. And I think that was one of the most touching parts of the film for me, was learning that there isn't just one bad guy out there that you can point your finger at and blame. Everyone is actively trying to reduce the impact that this issue of diesel pollution actually has. And I thought that was really powerful and poignant.
So what are you working on now?
Right now, I actually just got accepted into grad school, and I will be attending in the fall. I have a TikTok channel that I've been working on, where I'm educating people about different endangered species. Because I'm an animal lover at heart. Like, when I was a kid, I just was obsessed with animals, and that's something that stayed with me since even as I've grown up. So I want to really just speak out for the people and animals that don't have the voice to speak for themselves. So that's what I've been focusing more of my energy on, is working on advocating for different animals that don't necessarily have a platform, or animals that even aren't as popular, that people might not even know about.
Right. I love that, Holden. Real quick, what do you want to say to everyone right there about why it's so important to get engaged right now, especially for youth, and having hope?
Definitely. I think one of the biggest things that I learned from this film is that everyone can make an impact. No matter who you are, what your background is, you all have the power to make a difference. You see that, with all the different subjects in my film, whether you're a truck driver, whether you're a local activist, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a mom that's fighting for your kid's life, you all have the power to make a difference in the world. And so don't let anyone tell you that you don't.
Don't let anyone tell you you can't do it.
Exactly.
That we all have the ability to be part of the solution. Find your passion project, find what moves you. Tell that story like Holden is in the film Fight to Breathe. Also through your TikTok videos as well. Figure out a medium that works for you, and stay with it. And we're here. We'll have your back. That's what Circle does, promoting and producing Wild and Scenic for 24 years now. What an extraordinary opportunity to connect with so many phenomenal environmental action heroes and people who are the conduits to those stories, like Holden. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. We'll be back tomorrow from the Wild and Scenic Media Lounge. Again, thanks to our volunteers, our amazing crew, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Holden. I'm Elisa Parker. It is the Wild and Scenic Film Festival. We are here at the Media Lounge based in Nevada City Winery. I want to thank the Nevada City Winery for hosting us again, and also to our amazing crew who's been joining us for years. I think we've been doing the Media Lounge for at least 16 or 17 years. It keeps on going. It's inspiring. I love hearing the stories, and that's really what it's about. And earlier, we kicked off the lounge and talking about legacy, interviewing John Muir's great-great-grandson. And so it seems quite appropriate that we're speaking with someone, Holden. His film's called Fight to Breathe, who's a fifth-generation Californian. And